Hey besties, welcome to vlog number 1 on our channel.
Hi, my name's Tara.
I'm Lindsay, and
This is some gluten-free bread.
we are your favorite friend group.
Hi, my name is Tara. I'm from Massachusetts and I now attend RPI. Senior year of high school, I used video diaries and vlogging on TikTok to motivate myself to be productive. I started my TikTok channel with my now best friend Lindsay, and I think it shows a really good representative of what my life was like back then. And as I still add to this vlog, it shows how my life is going now.
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I'm from a suburb outside of Boston. I know Tara because we went to high school together. We went to a private Catholic high school, and I think that probably affected both of us. Right now, I'm in a dual degree program between Trinity College Dublin and Columbia University, where I get 2 degrees in 4 years. I'm majoring in biomedical sciences and neuroscience. And right now I'm living in Dublin and I'm just having a blast in Europe, if I'm gonna be honest.
The beginning of my senior year, I was not excited for college in the slightest. I was having my own problems with my friends, with my schoolwork, and I just saw college as a continuation of that. Once I started to get into a good place with my friends, I didn't want to go to college because I just saw it as starting over. I was strongly considering a gap year. I really only liked my job as a barista, and my manager said that if I stayed, she would allow me to be a shift manager, which I don't think she really should have been telling me that to try to get me not to go to college, but it doesn't matter. And about a month before I left for college, I was of course nervous, but I more saw as once I go to college, I'm just gonna be studying. I will throw myself into schoolwork. Friendships don't matter. I can just do well in school and leave college with good grades and good preparation for the real world. Of course, actually, college has been a lot better, and my friendships have really flourished in this time. I'm very glad that I went to college, but I definitely came in here with much lower expectations than I have now.
Going into college, I was very stressed that I would never be happy. I have a lot of older friends who went to college and absolutely hated it. And so when I came here, I was in the mindset that that was what I would be in. But honestly, I don't think I've ever been happier. I love university, I love my classes, I love my friends, and I love the freedom that I have here. I'm just so happy. But I do think that that is due to all the skills that I learned in therapy this year. I've been utilizing them, I've been meditating, I've been journaling, I've been making sure I get my 8 to 10 hours, more like 10 hours of sleep a day. I think being at an all-girls school, the rigorous environment almost tore me and broke me to my lowest point, with everyone being so competitive and honestly so good at school. It really pushed me. But now that I'm here, I'm seeing people of all different academic levels, and I feel that I was very well prepared for school.
My father has diagnosed depression, and my brother struggled with anxiety and depression all throughout high school. In his adult years, he showed strong signs of schizophrenia, yet he lacks a medical diagnosis to cause us to treat mental health as a voodoo subject. That was until my senior year of high school. I've always been a perfectionist and have held myself to a higher standard, which was good until it took over my entire life. I threw myself into schoolwork. My sophomore year, I stopped socializing, instead would spend lunchtime in the library and the weekends studying.
Mental health issues in my family are very prevalent. However, it's not really talked about. Most everyone in my family has anxiety, and recently we've been better about talking about it. I know that 3 out of the 4 people in my immediate family members have a prescription. I am diagnosed with anxiety, But right now, I feel like my prescription is working for me. I'm on 50 milligrams of Zoloft, and I feel like I've never been better, if I'm going to be honest.
My senior year of high school, I struggled with anxiety and depression. My mother was upset with me during the entire college process because of how disinterested I was, and it almost led to me taking a gap year because I wasn't excited for the future. All through high school, I had perfect attendance, but my senior year, I skipped a collective 10 days due to mental health and just not being physically able to talk to people that day. It wasn't even about the schoolwork, it was more so seeing people. Funny enough, that year was my best year of high school academically, even though it was my worst socially. My mom noticed how I was throwing myself into my schoolwork as opposed to talking to people, so she sent me to my pediatrician. When my doctor asked me how my day was, as a common courtesy, I broke into tears, and after a few tests, she diagnosed me with anxiety and depression and put me on antidepressant and anti-anxiety meds.
I would say my darkest time was college application season. Growing up, my family is very academic and there's a lot of pressure on me, and so I felt like everything was weighing on me in my college application season. I felt like my whole life's worth was being put out on the table, and when I felt that I wasn't getting into colleges that I should have, my self-worth completely dropped. I went to therapy weekly, and I meditated, I journaled, and honestly, I got this app. It's called Finch, and it's sort of like you have a bird that talks to you and you talk back to it, and that really helped me through my dark times. As well as I was a competitive Irish dancer basically my whole life. I stopped now that I'm in college, but I find that going to dance and exercising has helped me through my whole journey, just having that constant in my life. Just going to class, seeing my friends exercising and laughing and talking about things that didn't matter, like our choreography, was really helpful for me.
College has been significantly better for my mental health. I have amazing friends who with all of them, I've been very open about my previous mental health struggles, so that whenever I see myself falling into old patterns, they always help me break out. As well, I am now better able to acknowledge when I'm falling into good and bad patterns of mental health, which I combat by not eating alone, trying not to bring my homework to meals, no matter how tempting. I like to have non-schoolwork related conversations, and I don't do my homework on Friday nights anymore.
Right now in college, I am still on my antidepressants, but what's really helpful for me is just being around people more. I found that at my lowest of low points, I would really isolate. I would cancel plans on my friends, and that's not healthy. But now being at university and being near people all the time, I'm almost forced to see and interact with people other than my parents on a daily basis. As well, I have my Happy Light. It's a seasonal depression light that really helps, I think, my seasonal depression, as well as just taking vitamins, getting my daily exercise, and eating healthy. And I all think that those are very helpful for my mental health.